Hello and welcome back to Sprite Guard Plays Starseed Pilgrim. We had an incredibly productive episode last time, and I actually realized we didn't use all of the seeds that we gathered, and so we've got one more, and I'm going to put it off to the left this way. And I think that's the next direction that we're going to build in. Ah! Yes, that's definitely the next direction we're going to build in the overworld and see what that is that we are about to connect up with. That was a mistake. Alright, so this is the level that I said I would do next. So let's get into it and see if we remember. This is an interesting one. So we break the ground in an unusual way, and that's going to make things a bit tricky for us. So the changes have thrown me a little bit off, and I've made some mistakes. But we can move past those mistakes and just find our way to making our way through the world. So the way that we dig is going to make things a little bit more challenging, because we're going to leave a lot more blank spaces, which corrupt very quickly. They don't ever corrupt all the way, but what happens is they end up... Now see, there is some place where that actually ended up causing a big problem, because I dug deeper than I intended to. So I need to be very careful. And we have the darkness already catching up to us. So this may end up being a very short episode. I will probably do another level if things end up going really catastrophically here. And that seems to be the way things are going. So, what are we going to try and do? We have not very good seeds. We have the darkness catching up. We have a whole lot of mistakes piling on top of each other. That was very short. I think maybe that level is a bit too advanced for me yet. So we got very close on the level that we played last time. And I mentioned that I had gotten through a door in the starting area. So those may be where we want to look. I believe this is the very fast level. This might be something that would be fun to try. And I don't remember what this level's like at all. This is the level that we actually managed to get to from a different direction. And I'm going to dig that out so that we can make that loop. So this one is, I stood up to quiet the fates I'd deny. I thought of an angel and knew I would fly. So I don't know what, if anything, is special about this level. So far, everything seems more or less the same. I'm not seeing anything really remarkable yet. Well, our seed order is not the most useful, but we can deal with that. Now, I think I'm going to put the ice here. I think that will provide the most protection. And then we can start growing more seeds, and then we have some more ice that we can plant. And so that will slow down the darkness, keep it from catching up quite as quickly. And then, again, seed order is giving me a little bit of trouble. And I'm not sure... There we go. I was a little bit worried I would fall if I tried to dig that out. It's a little bit tricky to dig something out and immediately walk off of it, but it's something that I've done by accident a few times. And so I figured I could do it there, and it ended up being pretty useful. So now I want to harvest these before they get all the way out of reach. And actually, most of all, before the darkness catches up. Put some ice there. Grab these before they get out of reach. And start growing some more seeds. And now we have a jump pad and some slime, and we want to put the slime hopefully someplace where it won't cause too much trouble. And I would like to have put it someplace where it could be maybe more helpful, but that was the best we could do on short notice. Now here, this is ideal. This is exactly the kind of place I like to use slime, because that's someplace where it can have a very pronounced positive effect on my progress through the game. Since we've got this jump pad here, I will put some seeds next to it. And then we can harvest these once one more grows in, I think. Maybe we could wait for another one. The darkness is a little ways behind us, but I kind of want to continue moving onwards. And now we can plant that there, and that will take us to the right. And then, don't really have a great place to put this slime, but if we put it there, we can let it drop down there, dig that up, and so that will fill up some of the gray. And that was very useful. So now we have more seeds, and then an exploding one. Exploding one will not do any damage if I put it here. And then even more seeds, so we can actually start building a staircase here. Seed staircase, which is a very useful construction that, again, I picked up from Starseed Observatory. And then I think I want to let it grow, let's see, well, I don't want to let this go out of reach. And I don't want to let that one get past 3. But what I can do is grab some of that, put that there, and that should be able to act as a seed ladder. Then we can put this underneath us. Ah, now I failed to plan a little bit. Yes, this is a nice seed ladder. So I need to be able to go to the right here. I think the way to do that is to dig... Ah, no. No, that doesn't help at all. If I dig there, though, that should work wonderfully. And then I can dig under here, go around there, and get back up here, and start gathering these up. So that was... Actually, I'm a little bit proud of the quick thinking that went into that. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, so that was not the right place to put that because it was about to get covered up by that red. But that's alright. We can work with this. We've got some jump pads at a time when they're not especially useful, but we can use this to continue off to the right. I want to put these seeds here and connect up with that key because... Oh, that was a mistake. Connecting up with that key will ensure that we will get something out of this, though building the overworld is becoming less and less useful. Less and less promising as a venture because it really seems like we found everything. And I don't remember... I looked at some spoilers online, and I don't really remember any other levels being mentioned. Now, I didn't look at all of the spoilers, and I don't remember all of the spoilers, but I think we've seen everything that I know about. Having this red one here is not very useful. How am I going to deal with this? I think what I'm going to do is dig these up right away and set this off, and then continue to build out this way and hope that we find something a little bit better to work with. Wow, that very nearly connected up. So that will be 2 keys if we can connect here. Not the most useful time to have slime, but maybe we can put this in like this. Maybe that will help. That wasn't really exactly the way I wanted to do that. So I can connect up with this key by planting something here-ish. No, it would have had to be a bit lower than that. That was a mistake. Okay. Dig that out. Go up here. I think put some slime there. I think that will help things out a little bit. No, that was not helpful at all. That was actually detrimental. But we can put that there, connect there, And now we're going to get swallowed by the darkness. I don't think there's anything we can do. Well, maybe. I don't think we can... Ah, there. Got onto it. Okay, so there's a lot of quick thinking going on, and I think my commentary is suffering for that. But I managed to come up with a few little tactical decisions that managed to get me out of a pretty tight spot. So we managed to connect up with that key, and then by standing on a block that was growing in, it pushed me to the top of it, and that let me get onto a block that I would not have been able to jump onto. So now we're getting to the point where we have 3 keys in store, and now we just want to find our way to a door. And so that's going to be pretty tricky, because I don't see any yet, and the darkness is very close behind us. I can do some stuff like that to try and slow it down, but see here, I'm out of seeds, and I'm only going to get 2 from here. And then we have to very quickly move on, and I may only get 2 from here as well. So that will slow down the darkness a little bit. We can maybe get a 3rd one from here. Maybe even a 4th one. It may be worth the risk. I see a door up there, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get to it. We haven't had a lot of random ones, which means we won't have a lot of seeds that we'll be able to get. So this may not end up being a very productive run, but we can grab as much of this as we are able to grab. Hopefully that will grow in. Yes, good. And then set off an exploding one here just to give us some room. And then a box growing one may actually start getting us in the right direction. If it connects up, that could be very problematic. If it connects up to this key right here, which it seems inclined to do. Ah, nope, just barely didn't do it, so we still have a little bit of a path that we can take. It's too late to use the slime effectively, so we just have to hope that this stuff corrupts. This is the stuff that corrupts the slowest. So how many seeds can we get from here, and will it be enough to connect up with that door? These seed-growing seeds are the fastest to corrupt, so I'm a little bit worried about the darkness catching up to us. We've got a random one, which is very valuable because, as I mentioned, we haven't seen a lot of those, and we need them in order to gather seeds to both to be able to have bubbles to get up to things, and to be able to... Ah, that was a mistake. That was, I think, a fatal mistake. We need them both to be able to bubble up to things, like if we wanted to get up to this door once we had our 3 keys, and once we get through a door, we'll need them to be able to explore in the world behind the door. But we're not going to be able to connect up. That's the end of the line. Just going to drop down here, grab this key, grab what seeds we can, and head to the usual exit. And indeed, we would have been able to grab 3 keys, so it's unfortunate that I made that one critical error. I found out you cannot actually carry more than 3 keys. So we made a lot of good accomplishments in this level. Didn't quite manage to finish things out, but we'll be able to explore that little bit of space that I saw and remarked on at the beginning of the episode. So all in all, things have been decently productive. We can head down here and take a shortcut this way back to Well, now I actually don't remember where this is going to take us, or if this is going to take us where we wanted to go, and I think it will not. I think it's going to take us kind of in a big circle, so I'm sorry about kind of taking a wrong turn, not really thinking things through, but hopefully this will take us more or less where we want to go. I don't think it's too much of a detour. It may not even be that much longer than going the other way. It's a little bit hard to say. I'm having, at this point, a little bit of a hard time remembering where I'm going, but I think it's this way. Where everything is, it seems like this world is getting a little bit better, a little bit bigger than my head can really wrap around. So this is where we were trying to go, off to the left here. We can see that it is someplace that we've been, but we don't really know where. And so I want to explore off in this direction, and I want to stay on top of this so that I can cut it down in a way that I'll be able to get back up. So I think if I cut like that, that should be enough. So we don't have the best set of seeds for moving over this way, but that may be enough to get us over here. Yep. Alright. We shattered the sky, but never again. In times of need, we came apart. Okay. So, where are we in relation to something that I know about? I stood up to quiet the fates I'd deny. I thought of an angel and knew I would fly. Alright, so we apparently... I don't see how this is connected to anything that I can actually get to, so we may actually not have been able to get back to this place for a while. Ah, no, I see. It connects over here. With arms outstretched and skyward bound, I'd reached the clouds and lost the ground. So I think I have a sense of where we are now. I think if we go over to the left here, we'll have that sort of crescent-shaped one. Ah, no. Gain from lost one does not measure, but broken hearts yield starseed treasure. That's the first level. So what we found our way to is a level that I had kind of forgotten about. So that's what we'll be checking out next time, and we'll also have to figure out what we're going to do with these 7 seeds that we found. I don't know if we can take them into another level, so one thing that I actually really struggle with in games that I need to work on, and so might be interesting to take a look at, is experimenting a little bit and doing things that I believe are suboptimal to find out what actually are the rules and what are the limitations. So in the next episode, we will check out this level, remind ourselves of what it is, maybe check out this level to the left after that, and try and get a sense of what world we're in, where we are, get a better idea of what all exists in this world, and also find out whether or not we can carry seeds into a level. I don't think we can, but we'll have to find out in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.